Streaming has become one of the most influential jobs out there. You see it growing on YouTube, Twitch. I can't remember what the other one's called. Either way, there's loads of platforms out there, and people are fighting to try and get their voice out there, to get their gameplay out there, or whatever they do, like I am doing right now. Now, the equipment that comes with streaming is expensive, and normally if you try to go cheaper, you're probably going to lose a lot of quality. Well, in today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can transform your streams via this little bit of kit right now. Fifine D6 could be your game changer. Let's just get into it. So this is what we're looking at. This is the D6 Streaming Controller from Fifine. Perfect for streaming audio, switchable RGB, as well as composite with OBS, which is the most important part. Now, a little on the side, we do have complex workflow integrated in one key. We have rich and powerful plugins for multitasking, as well as customizable icons, which is quite cool. So it comes with 15 programmable macro keys, visible LCD keyboard, customizable icons, multiple software applied, complex workflow integrated in one key, as well as controllable RGB. First off, we do get a little user manual. This is just going to tell you everything you need to know about getting started. We get the Fifine D6 controller, and then we get the cable. So cable they've went for is USB Type A to USB Type C, but the USB Type A does pop out, and then it turns into a USB Type-C, USB Type-C, which is quite nice. So you can use this on a variety of different devices, which is quite nice. So let's take a little look at it. So like I said, we do have the USB Type-C to Type-C or USB Type-C to Type-A cable. They have went for an all-black design, nice little Amplagame logo going on there. 15 keys as well, which is quite nice. And they are they're very soft to the touch. I don't know if you can hear that. They are quite soft to the touch, which is quite nice. It does come with quite a large amount of bevel going on there, so it's not flat to the table. So it is raised up a little bit, kind of like what you would get on, like, say, a 50% keyboard. Massive, large rubber area there, so you know fine well whatever device it's on, it's not going to start shaking around. And then we do have a clear accent which goes around the whole device, which is for the RGB. Now, on the back here, we do have the USB Type-C port as well as the RGB button as well. So they're right at the back, hidden away, so you don't need to worry about them. So let's go to the desk, get this plugged in, and see what all the hype is about. So here we have it. We have the device on our desk. Like I said, in the corner there, we do have the white Stream Deck as well. That's just going to be there as a comparison to be like spend a lot of money for something, or maybe something not as much. So we'll get this connected up and we'll see what we're working with, as well as getting the software. So as you can see, we've got it all connected up there straight away. We've got the Fifine logo, D6, and then controller. And then on the bottom, we do have the RGB. I'll add some clips in while I'm talking, don't worry. And then obviously the button on the back is going to allow you to change this in this different aesthetic. So obviously if you want steady RGB, a mixture of RGB, different LEDs, all that good stuff. And then if you do long hold press on it, it does turn it off completely. So if that's not something you want, which is fair enough. So if we go back to the very handy user manual, it does tell you a little bit what's going on. So connect the Steam controller to a desktop or laptop. We've got ours connected via a USB Type-C cable. And then it just tells you a little bit about the app, how to do it, how it connects different apps onto the screen, which I'm going to show you on the screen in a second anyways. I just thought I'd give you a rough idea of what the little user manual's doing, but that's pretty much that. Let's go to the screen. So through the user manual, it does tell you, it does give you a link where to go to find the website. So I'm just going to pop that in now. So I've got the software downloaded. Now we're just going to get it loaded up. So it is the Fifine control deck. This is the controller installation, so it's just going to quickly install. Now that's downloaded, we're just going to launch the software. Like I said, nice big Fifine logo going on there, and this is what we get. Obviously the device is already connected, which is great. As you can see, the device in the bottom right hand corner there has gone quiet. Now what we can do is actually start adding stuff. So the thing is, it is 15, obviously you do have 15 switches, but you can make multiple screens, like you said. Like down here, so instead of having just 15, you now have 15, 30, 45, you know, and so on. So we'll stick the screen one, and then we do have a column on the right hand side here, which is going to tell us all the stuff that we can do and all the shortcuts, especially with OBS Studio. Obviously I do have OBS Studio. What we can do is just start simple. So we've got at the top, we've got the control deck, so we've got different things: create page, obviously next page. So what we're going to do is drag this over to here and drag previous page. Actually no, we don't need that one. So what this allows us to do, as we can see on the Stream Deck, that we do have a little button there. So if I press that, it'll send us to the next page, which we don't obviously have. And then this one, I can put previous page, click on that one, and it'll send it back for us. So I'm going to pop that down the bottom corner. We'll do a little bit of, we'll do dev sleep, because obviously setting the sleep device to sleep. I'm going to quickly cut this up, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. I've done a little bit of messing around, added some stuff here. So I've got a couple URLs at the top, like Google, YouTube, and I've also got one dedicated to the Fifine. We've got dev sleep, and then we've got like next page, and then we can also, I've also got one here called my password. So this is quite handy if you are constantly logging into a certain thing and you just want your password at hand. You can decide that, title it whatever it is. So if it's YouTube, Facebook, or whatever you're trying to sign into, and then you can just put your password here. And then obviously that's all blinked off. I've just used it, password 1. So then you can change that. So as soon as you hit that button, you can just log in. So if I click on this bit, click on my password, and there we go. It just inputs your password straight away, which is quite nice. Now on the second page, we've just added a few bits about multimedia. So I've got like play, pause, stop, skip, next, if that's the sort of thing you want. And then in this one, we were just going to have this at OBS. But the good thing about this is that you don't have to mess around with trying to like link them and all that. As soon as you've highlighted over record, it'll then ask for your server IP, your server port. Don't worry, mine's blocked out. As soon as you do that, it's going to ask you for your server IP, your server port, as well as your server password. And then it's going to say connect, or even if you have to reset the connection for any reason. So that's one of the good things as well. It automatically allows you to connect it, which is quite nice. So guys, we've got everything set up now. So we're on the screen, as you can see. I've added a few tabs, but we're going to go into it properly. And then we've got a little screen record going on, as well as you can see the Switch controller. So now the interface itself is very basic and very simple. On the right hand side, we do have all the different tags and categories to allow us to add different keys to the device. We have the middle section, which is going to allow us to add the keys and devices and the different motions, as well as different multiple screens. On the left hand side here, we do have the availability to add different scenes if we want to, depending what aesthetic you're using this device for. Now on the top row, we do have 4 keys. We have the App Store, we have forums, tutorials, as well as a few settings. And then on the bottom left here, we do just have the device, which is quite nice. And it gives you the D6 Pro, as well as the 3555. So the little thing I wanted to talk about first was the App Store, essentially. So we have Discover, Plugins, Icons, and Tutorials. So the icons allows you to just download different types of icons for this aesthetic. So we've got different things from like gaming, artistics in general. And then the plugins is where the big stuff happens. So as we've got plugins loaded up, we've got on the left here, we have a huge variety of different items that we can do. Everything from your audio, your engagement, and most importantly for your social medias. So all you have to do here is YouTube Live, click on install, click on OK, and it'll do that in the background. And then on the right hand side here, you can see I've now got my YouTube drop down bar. So for my chat audience, play ads, all that good stuff. So this does allow you to have full control over your Stream Deck, if you want to call it. Obviously I know we've got this one in the background, we'll get into that in a minute. So I've downloaded the system monitoring one, which is just here. So what we're going to do is go to a clean page just here, and then we've got all this stuff like memory, CPU usage. So we're going to get the CPU temperature up here. So as you can see as well, we've got it on the actual Stream Deck as well, so it does fluctuate between the temperatures, so it is quite responsive. What else have we got? We've got GPU temperatures as well. Get that slid over there so we can currently see that the GPU is currently running at 52 degrees. You can do everything from your core frequency memory, CPU usage. We'll drop that below and we'll do GPU. So we've got them as well. So now we've added that onto the 4th page, but like I said, we can go through as well. Now some of the basic tools here. So we do have this little thing. We do have this little icon for open. So if I drag this over here to open, and then what this allows you to do is open a certain app or a certain file. So guys, like I said at the start of the video, streaming is expensive. The lighting, the microphones, the system. You don't need to be spending an absolute fortune on little bits of gadgets to make your life easier. I have linked this in the video description, so please do go check it out. Make your life easier, make it more beneficial, and just overall make it cool. But anyways, guys, if the video did help in any way, shape, or form, please do drop a comment down below and let me know if you've got any issues. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next video. Oh, and if you are a low-level streamer, I wish you the best of luck for 2026.